My friends, I hope you're all friends. I was lying there sick and I was watching a movie about St. Francis of Assisi. And I felt her presence standing next to me. And being a Protestant, I said to her, I know who you are, but why are you here? I'm a Protestant. Why have you come to me? And all she did was say, I've come to make sure you understand that what I'm calling you to do in the near future is important, and I'll be with you. The saints and I will be with you. And I took that seriously, and you know, that's how I have, in the last 5 years, that's really been a very helpful strength for me to know that she is there, as well as our blessed Lord. Okay? So that's my faith right now. That's where I'm coming from. Last year, when I was considering running for office, I considered running for the Assembly in District 31, where I live. I considered running for a county commissioner position or a city position. I also considered that. But nothing seemed to be coming through to me very clearly until one morning I awoke and I felt that both God and our Blessed Mother saying to me, we want you to run for governor. I immediately took issue with that. I said, that does not make sense. I'm not well known in the state. I don't have any money, you know. But it remained very persistent. For the next 3 or 4 months, it was very persistent. I kept praying about it and asking God, and finally decided that I should go ahead and begin the race and follow it through. And that's what I've been doing, traveling all over the state, meeting people in Elko, down in Vegas, Pahrump, Tonopah, all over the state. Meeting and greeting people, talking to them about what's happening in the state. I've learned a great deal, by the way. And if you want me to share something with you individually or as a group sometime about what I've found out about what's going on in the state, I'm glad to share that. But I just want you to know that I feel very strongly that this is kind of a call for me, a vocation. And as we talked about a moment ago, if something is really going to develop out of this, it has to be God's hands. It has to come out of God's will, as I prayed a while ago, that God's will be done. And what I'm trying to do, let me just say this, I'm trying to defend our traditional values, our Christian values about family and marriage and family, human relationships and so on. I'm trying to deal with that. As a politician, that's hard to do. As you probably know, it's hard to do. But I'm trying to do that along with the rest of the activity I'm engaged in. Do you have any questions? I can answer a couple questions if you have any.
Well,
yes, TJ.
Is it really true that your heart is the heart of a Filipino?
Well, I can't speak Tagalog. I can't speak it. You know, a lot of people would have said, I can't speak Filipino. But at least I know that much, that it's Tagalog. I have been terribly and deeply impressed with the spirit of the Philippine people, with the way in which you fought us, for example, and then fought the Japanese so bravely with such courage alongside us. I've been tremendously impressed with the history of the Philippines, especially that moment when you were standing. How many people were there? 1 million people? More? When you were standing there with them and rosaries were being said in front of tanks, instead of taking up weapons, which you had every right to do, I think, under the circumstances. Instead of doing that, you marched peacefully, you stood with the rosary, you stood with God, and God brought the victory. I'm terribly impressed with that. So I have the heart of the Filipino because I admire you so much.
Thank you.
Anything else? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
But Bill, you gotta have to understand, your family are Filipino. We're gonna help you, we're gonna support you, no matter what.
And I'm gonna have to learn the language,
We
so I
know
can at
news.
least tell him off.
You just say, Alice Jan.
Alice Jan!
Si Marcos yun. God bless you. God bless.
How do you say God bless?
Marami siya pupuntahan eh.
It's long.
We do it short. We do it short.
Panginoon Diyos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Can you keep your brother in mind?
God bless you.
Oh, good, 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 good. He needs lots of help. Oh, you're welcome. And you're the quiet spirit.
Sige, ano pangalan nitong room na to?
Carson.
Well, may I take this off again?
Rose Bowl among friends.
Like in Spanish, adios.
Adios. Well, I used to sing in the choir, and we used to sing for Italian and Spanish churches. And there were always somebody out there saying, adios, adios.
Rose Bowl? Rose Bowl room?
Especially the little old
Carson
ladies.
room,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Oh, they love to
Carson
do that.
Brother, is
Second
it
floor.
Carson room?
Yeah,
Carson room?
it's Carson room.
Oh, okay.
That's what you're right. What we're missing here is a formation of the Christian family.
Hi there, guys.
Eating the whole nation.
We're being swallowed whole.
Hook, line, and sinker.
And as I told TJ,
I'm TJ, as you call me.
never lose that.
I would like to, as we have already started the presentation, I'd like everybody to know that one day I was tasked to do the perpetual help in Holy Cross. That's why I cannot do anything, but cannot say no, cannot put anything on hold, and I just followed the Lord said. The pastor, our Reverend Priest Joseph Isaac, said, Bong and TJ, you have to do it.
Continue.
And so I said, I bowed my head and said, yes, we will. That was 2.5 years ago. Now, something came up just recently, a few months ago, that I think it's also a blessing or an answered prayer. Because I have been retired for 5.5 years already due to my disability. I used to be a very good dealer, and the theatrical and everything, but then this arthritis got me. So I retired, and I went grandfathering.
Apostolic.
And yeah, apostolic. So
Service.
and as I'm grandfathering, a thing came up to me. I said, I want to do something else. Something else that, And then, out of the blues, this group, Century Properties.com, I would like to emphasize that because Century-Properties.com, if you put it in your URL, boom, right away you know what's happening. And this group, I was so lucky that they accredited me to be a part of the family. And I prayed and I said, I don't know anything about this. But still, I love people. I was working in a casino for 30 years, dealing. I said, maybe I'll do a try. So I formed a team, CTR, the Century Team Reno. And to shorten everything and go straight to the point, I would like to introduce to you our globetrotter who shares all around the world the beauty and the things that you can avail of. Home, a roof in your head, investment, ROIs, and everything. And nothing but less, our Senior Director of Development, Mr. Eric Manalo.
Thank you, TJ. Thank you, Team Reno. Thank you so much. I'd also like to thank Alphon and the family for organizing this presentation for Century. We are here to provide you more information what's going on in the Philippines, because I've been observing the past few weeks and I've been traveling in the US for almost a month now, starting from Toronto to LA, then after Las Vegas, Reno, and then next week Seattle. I'll be in Seattle, Washington, then back to Manila. So in all my years in travel for the past 10 years, as Senior Director for Business Development of the company for 10 years, I've seen a lot of Filipinos. I've met a lot of investors all over the world, from Europe to Asia, and I'm so happy that I learn a lot from each area that I visit. And in Century Property,